So I'm at the park wearing my Viture Beast, and I'm gonna be flying my DJI Neo 2 drone using these glasses as my FPV display. The reason why I wanted to do this so much is because, for one, it's one of my favorite things to do, fly with AR glasses, and two, the Viture Beast has these displays right here, right, which from testing it so far, zero reflections. So these glasses is the type of AR glasses that once you put it on, you're like, wow, this is incredible. This looks amazing. But the more you use it, the more you live with it, the more you start to realize a lot of its flaws. But then again, this is indicative of all AR glasses. It's not unique to Viture, Basically, all AR glasses on the market right now, if you look at them, there's something that you can wish you can change. And today what I'm going to answer is if this glasses is the best AR glasses on the market, and is it the right one for you. So we have our first issue right here. Interesting. The Viture Beast does not work with the DJI RC2. This is quite disappointing. I've unplugged it and I've tried it multiple times and it is not working. I'm very disappointed in myself because I should have tested this before I left the house. And now I'm about to fly with no AR glasses because I didn't bring a backup. I didn't think it would not work. In my defense, I've been flying for a few years now, and this is the first time an AR glasses has not worked with my DJI RC2 controller. This means that I won't be able to fly my drones using the Beast, which is disappointing because this has zero reflections. So if there is any glasses you would want to fly with, it would be this one or the Xreal One Pro. Now I know the Xreal One Pro works because I've done it multiple times, but this is actually my first time trying the Beast and it is not working. So we're gonna continue this in the studio. I'm still gonna fly, I just wouldn't be using FPV right now, which is disappointing. But see you in the studio. I'm one of those people that likes to preserve relationships whenever I can. If a product is good, I will mention that it is good. If a product is not good, I simply will not say it's good. The last thing I want is for me to recommend a product and my viewers go buy it and feel like they got lied to, that they're disappointed because something is not what I claimed it to be. And ladies and gentlemen, these glasses right here, the Viture Beast, is truly awesome. It's one of the only 4 AR devices on the market right now that has native 3 depth, which means that you can anchor the display. So if you are watching something, you can actually fix the display in one spot and you can move your head around and the display will stay exactly where you put it. Since I've had these glasses, I've been using it thoroughly, and my initial impression of the glasses was, wow, this is awesome. But then very soon after the initial experience, I started noticing that, man, the glasses had quite a bit of chromatic aberrations. The edges, there was this one white line on the right side of the screen that I just could not get rid of. The drifting, and man, I was just like, not again. But then I updated the glasses. I saw that there was an update available and all of that, gone. Literally all of that. The white line that was on the right side of the screen that was just constantly there, it was gone. All the chromatic, well, I won't say all, but like a lot of chromatic aberrations that I was seeing, the shimmering, all that gone. The drifting, it's not like completely gone, but it's very, very usable. Like this, I feel like this is what I've been expecting out of Viture. This is finally the glasses that I feel like it's a hit. I am impressed with everything that Viture has done in these glasses. So far, it has ultra wide display, just like the Xreal One, 1S, One Pro. This one also has the native ultra wide mode, which means that you plug these glasses into your computer, into your phone, and you can turn on ultra wide, so you can have this giant super ultra wide screen, and you can look left, right, and just do a whole lot of productivity. It does connect to this Pro neckband, Viture Pro neckband, but you don't get a full functionality. You get a very limited functionality. It basically feels like you're connected to a cell phone, so you don't get those that true special experience you will get with the Pro neckband when you connect it to other Viture devices. I'm not sure why, but I hope there's an update coming, because it will take it to another level. It has a camera in the middle, but right now there is no function assigned to the camera. It doesn't do anything. You can't do any type of sick stuff. You can't record anything. It's just there, and it doesn't do anything. If you would like to see a comparison between the Viture Beast and the Xreal One S, or the Viture Beast and the Xreal One Pro, you let me know which one you guys want to see. I'm gonna be sure to do a comparison, because I feel like this is a real contender. There are certain reasons why I will go towards Xreal, or maybe another reason why I will go towards Viture. But I feel like it all depends on what you want. For me personally, when it comes to productivity, this glasses is perfectly fine using the ultra wide mode. With the PC app, when you're connected to the PC, all it does is gives you the various options of ultra wide. It is the same ultra wide mode, but it basically allows you to split it into 2 or 3 sections, or use just a regular 1080p, 1080 by 1920 display. So yeah, there is not a whole lot to cover with these glasses, because there's been a whole bunch of reviews on this, and I'm very late to the party. But anyway, I just want to say to you guys, this is what I was hoping Viture would release, not the Luma Ultra. The Luma Ultra looks good. It looks better than this, but this feels very solid. In short, this glasses is awesome. It has the native 3 dove, which is something that I've wanted in glasses for so long. I mean, I have other glasses with 3 dove, but I wanted it from Viture specifically. The display is sharp, especially after the update. Before the update, I was just like, man, I don't know what these other YouTubers are talking about, but this cannot be the same glasses that I'm looking at. After that update, yeah, my mind changed, because the issues that I was having, like 90% of it was just gone right there. So big shout out to Viture for working on that. So those are the goods, right? Now, what are the things that I'm disappointed about, or what are the cons of these glasses? Well, fortunately, there's actually not a lot. So a pro to these glasses is the fact that it has flat prisms, right? Which allows you to get a wider field of view, and it basically cuts out or completely removes short reflections. If you have a bird bat optics, one of the most common complaints about bird bat optics is that when you are in a well-lit environment, or if you go outside, you're gonna be having a whole lot of reflections of your shirt or of the ground in the glasses, right? With flat optics like this on the Viture Beast as well as the Xreal One Pro, you don't get that short reflection. But somehow these glasses introduce a whole new different type of reflection. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna put a video on the screen, that way you guys can see. So basically, as you're looking at a display, right, there you're gonna be seeing the reflection of the display from the bottom. And that is so weird, because so with bird bat optics, if you are seeing a reflection, you can't put something like this, right? This is a 3D printed one that I have for my Xreal. You can't put something like this, and it will block the short reflections at the bottom. Well, with this one, it does not matter where you put it. The reflection is still gonna be there, because the reflection is actually inside the display itself. It is so weird, because I have never seen that before, and it is quite distracting. Maybe as I use the glasses more, my brain would just kind of like turn it off. But for now, I don't understand how there's a reflection inside. Once again, I'm gonna put a video screen record, a video that I captured, that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that's one. Another con is this part right here on the glasses, it gets hot. This part right here gets significantly hotter than the other Viture glasses that I have, as well as the other Xreal glasses that I use. Another con, or just a small inconvenience, is the Viture Beast comes with a USB-C plug. Great. But the Viture Pro neckband uses this magnetic attachment. Okay, cool. This is made by Viture. This is also made by Viture. I would expect that they would include this little adapter in the box. So I would expect that they will include this little adapter in the box so you can use their glasses with their neckband. But no, you have to buy this separately, which is kind of disappointing, but it's not a problem because I already had this. So I just simply magnetize it and connect it to the device. But that's just something that I figured you guys should know. If you don't have the Xreal One S, the Xreal One Pro, or the Viture Beast, and you're trying to decide, I can promise you it's gonna be a hard one. But I'm gonna make it easier for you in my next video when I compare the Viture Beast versus the Xreal One S, or the Viture Beast versus the Xreal One Pro. Whichever one you guys want to see, just put it in the comment section. I'll make a video to help you decide if you haven't already gotten the glasses or if you're trying to justify your purchase. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions, please put it down in the comment section. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this type of content. If you'd like to see a comparison between the best glasses, let me know which ones or whatever it is. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.